Hi guys, welcome to our new video. So we are in now day 4 of learning JavaScript series. So let's move to the video. So we quickly create a new folder named JS day 4 and open this folder in VS Code quickly. So and create a starting boilerplate code for our website. So for practicing and inside script tag printing console.log 1. So if I open with this here at the bottom, click on go live. Before that, you need to install the extension like you can see this live server extension you need to be installed. So anyway, if I click this button, a browser will be opened in a new tab. This index.html file will be opened and by pressing F12 in keyboard, we can see the one is printed in the console. Imagine, sorry, imagine what if we need to print the numbers like 1 to 5 in console.log below one by one. We can print like pressing I press Alt Shift down arrow key to duplicate the code and I change to 2 to 3, 4 and 5. And in console you can see it is printed from 1 to 5. What if we need to print up to 100? So right, we cannot duplicate the code. For this, we we are in the problem. So we can use for loops. Sorry, loops basically. We can use loops in JavaScript. Every programming language has loops. Like we can search in a new tab. So loops in JS. We can see JavaScript loop like I will explain basically loops. What is loops? Like loops are used to perform repeated actions in a interval. Like for example, uh, you are need to be printed numbers from 1 to 100 by in console log. Uh, you have need to type 100 times console log. For this solution, for this problem, sorry, for this problem, we have loops. So like we introduce our first loop as for loop. We can type for loop in for statement. The syntax is basically first we declare a variable in first statement like um, let let I is equal to 0 from 1 as we need to print um, numbers from 1 to 100. And in second statement we need to give a condition, that is I is less than or equal to 100. And in third statement, after putting a semicolon, we need to increment that value. And in brackets you can print console.log I. And after formatting the document, control shift F, sorry, I think that is the shortcut key. You can see shift alt F is the shortcut key for format document. If I press shift alt F, mm, shift alt F, you can see uh, the code is document formatted. If I go to browser, you can see the numbers are printed from 1 to 100. By the way, you can see in an easy way by not writing console.log 100 times. So loops basically simplifies our problem. For that, we use loops. And guys, you can see visually uh, loops are many types like the for loop, while loop, and I have for off loop, for in loop, while loop, and do while loop. For example, here in this documentation, we have like for loop syntax. So this is for loop. You can see this statement, this block of statement is executed one time, and this block of statement depends the condition as we have done here. So we have here initialize first a variable like let I is equal to 1, and in second block we have tell that the condition for this loop, and in third block you can see here there is uh, every time this block executed we have incremented it. We can see this in operators section. So if you not watch this video, watch this video. And next we can see here the syntax. So in this example the numbers are printed from 1 to 5, you can see here. And next you can also use a for loop to collect the car names from the array, like you can print the car names from the array and print it. And next type of loop we are going to see, which is next type of loop we are going to see, which is yeah, for in loop. So if I comment out this by pressing control slash and name it as for loop, and below I type for in loop. So let's see. So for in loop is loops through keys of an object. For example, we create an object like const uh, like person is equal to name is equal to ram, and age is equal to mm, basically 25, sorry 24. And next in this we can use for of loop. Sorry, we can uh, write for in loop like for mm, let let we can use const object, sorry, person, which is the object name. In we can access property inside the person object. So if I type property in person object, so you can console.log. I'm going to introduce a new type of string literal, which is backticks. Like you can see here, if I see the backtick is inside that, you can store values by pressing dollar and double curly brackets. And here you can use uh, property, and like I am using, I think so, insert key. Now you can see here, if I do colon, and enter another string letter inside this backticks. So by using dollar sign and mm, and person of property, and in console you can see which is printed here, the both the values key value pairs are printed using this for in loop. Here you can see here. So for in loop is another type of loop, and next we discuss for of loop, while loop, and do while loop, and in this session. So now if I comment out this, and in next section I type for of loop. Guys, we discussed for in loop. Now we are going to discuss for of loop by creating a array, and inside that, so don't worry how to declare array now. I will teach in next video or in future videos. There is a separate topics for arrays. In array, we give three strings basically A, B, C, and use for loop in here. So const I of E. We use for of loop, and next um, array, and in brackets and console.log I, we can see the values A, B, C in the console printed. So for of loop is basically loops through the values of an object. So it loops entirely. You can see. So if I go to here, you can see here the ABC is printed. And next, guys, we are going to see while loop. In while loop, if I comment out this, so here in while loop is a block based on specific condition loop. So if we see, both while loop and for loop are similar. So if we see the for loop, we declare the variable at starting himself, in double brackets inside, and next we write a condition, and next we increment the value. But in while loop we can see, if I copy this variable declarement, if I paste this here, and next we can type the syntax of while, so it is similar, and here in this brackets we write the condition. So if I take this condition up to this without semicolon, and if I copy and paste here, so it is similar kind of, I print up to numbers 10, and in brackets console.log I, so I, and in here I plus plus. So if I do this, it will print me the number from 1 to 10. So if I go to here, you can see, so due to auto error, uh, this stucks in the infinite condition, as I have on the live server. So I restart the server again and go live. You can see here, if I close this tab and press F12 in this window, you can see the values are printed from 1 to 10. This is the magic of while loop. So for loop and while loop are similar. If we don't know up to where we need to extend the loop, we can use for loop. Yeah, sorry, while loop. If you know where the values up to be, if the values are finite, we can use for loop. Otherwise, you can use while loop. And next, we are going to see the do while loop. For do while loop, the syntax is similar to while loop. So, so in do while loop, you can see here. So this is the syntax basically. Uh, First, we write the do statement, do, and here the statement is given, and here the while is uh, put it inside the condition. The do while loop runs at least one time. So if here we can see the sample code, and here uh, if we see this is the code. First the variable is declared, and here the value is initialized, and in do condition the value is plus and added to the result. You can see this string. So this is output gets string. So if I copy this code and run in our terminal, sorry, terminal not VS Code. If I comment out this, guys, you can also refer the MDN web documentation. So nobody remembers everything, and all the programming language syntax are different. So you can also refer the MDN web documentation. So which is a standard developer documentation for these languages. So HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And here we can see it is printed from 1 to 5. So that's all about this loops, guys. So if you need to learn more things personally, take time and refer this documentation, and try each code, and that's all, guys. So you can also learn many things in this documentation apart from this. So I cover basically what is need for a standard industry level. So if I can, sorry, comment, not commenting this, because we are reached at the end of the session. So if you have any doubts, comment us, guys, and subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button and share this with your friends. So thank you.